Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Now I'm going to discuss about Sambalpur University Physics Chemistry 2019 question paper. Okay. Question number 43. Write down the product in the following reaction is. Here see, this is your cyclohexane. Okay. And it is given that this is methyl group is in equatorial position and OH is axial and another OH is also axial and here is your CH3 and it is given acidic condition. Okay, in acidic condition what is the product for this particular reaction? Okay, see here, this is your oxygen and oxygen has lone pair and it can easily extract this proton. Okay, see here what is happening. This is your OH2 oxygen positive. This is your CH3. Okay, this is your OH. You know this oxygen has positive charge and the sigma star orbital is exactly below of this axial bond. Okay, sigma star CO and this oxygen OH2 will eliminate like this water and this will go like this. Okay, and this bond shift towards the sigma star orbital of this CO. Okay, and this bond comes like this and finally this reaction end up with the product like this. Okay, this CH3 is axial, is in axial, this one is equatorial. Okay, this is your product. Okay, next question we'll see here. Then see the question number 44. Outline the synthesis of ethyl methyl ketone from an alkyl cyanide and Grignard reagent by using appropriate starting material. Okay, see here the product what you have to synthesize here from this alkyl halide and Grignard reagent. See here, this is your ethyl methyl ketone. Okay, this is your product, digit product from where you have to synthesize. See here it is given from alkyl cyanide and Grignard reagent. Okay, see here you have to synthesize, you have to synthesize this one. Okay, so what which type of alkyl cyanide and Grignard reagent we have to take? See here, if we take this type of cyanide, okay, ethyl cyanide with this Grignard reagent, methyl magnesium bromide, in dry ether, dry ether is a solvent. Okay, and this is your nucleophile and nucleophile easily attack to this cyanide because cyanide carbon is your electrophilic center and this is your nucleophile. Okay, see here this is your CH3 and CH2 C double bond N Mg Br and CH3 and hydrolysis. If we do hydrolysis for the, if you do hydrolysis and work of you'll do hydrolysis. Okay, when you work of this reaction, it this molecule undergo hydrolyze. Okay, and finally it will produce like this NH MgBr OH and CH3 and this bond comes like this and this go like this. Okay, and finally this reaction end up with this your desired product ethyl methyl ketone. Okay, question number 46. Write down the product A and B in the following sequence of reaction is. See here it is given one alkene alkane treated with diborane and followed by hydrogen peroxide and base. See here, you know this diborane B2H6, it is 2BH3. Okay, and diborane has, sorry, not diborane, this BH3 boron has vacant orbital, and it acts as a Lewis acid, and it can extract this pi bond easily. Okay, see here, this is, this bond go like this. Okay, and this is your BH, and BH boron has negative charge. Okay, and it has positive charge, and hydride transfer takes place. It is a concentrated process. At a time, it can transfer its hydride to this carbon atom. So it is a concentrated process. Okay, so it has CH2. Okay, okay, and the next step, what it has given, H2O2 OH minus. You know H2O2. This is your H2O2. Okay, OH minus. OH when abstract this proton. Okay, this is your like this. This is your peroxide, and this peroxide attack where? Attack to this boron center, because boron is Lewis acidic. Okay, this is CH2 boron. Okay, oxygen, and these bonds shift like this, and these ways go away. Okay, finally see here, CH2 OBH2. Okay, and this reaction undergo in many steps. It will form like this, CH2 OB CH3, and when hydrolysis undergo takes place, it will give which product? Propanol is your product. Okay, then we'll see the next question. Next question, write down the step involved in the following chemical reaction transformation. Here it is given this nitrobenzaldehyde. See here, this is your nitrobenzaldehyde. Okay, from this you have to make this 3-chlorobenzaldehyde. Okay, and which path you have to follow? Let's see here. Okay, this is your nitro group. First, what you have to go? First, what you have, we have to do the reduction of nitro group in the presence of this palladium charcoal and hydrogen in the presence of ethanol. Okay, what happened here? The reduction of nitro group takes place, and it will give this type of product. That is, this one is 3-amino benzaldehyde. Then diazotization reaction. You know, in diazotization reaction, what generally used? Sodium nitrite and HCl. In presence of HCl, it will give like this intermediate. Okay, and when you treat with this CuCl, copper chloride, you will get this type of product. Okay, done. Then we'll see the next question. See here, the next question, write down the possible product from the reaction and mention which one will be the major product here. Here see, it is given this as a reactant, and this is your base. This is your potassium methoxide is your base. You know, potassium methoxide is less bulkier base, less bulkier base. So potassium methoxide can extract the proton from here, this proton, and here, this proton. And this is a elimination reaction, E2 reaction, that is called E2 reaction, bimolecular elimination reaction. See here, what will happen? What is the possible product for this particular reaction? See here, this is one acidic proton, this is another acidic proton, and when it extracts the proton from here, the product will be like this. Okay, the product will be like this. This is your CH3 and this is your CH3, and when extract proton from here, okay, product is like this. This is your CH3, CH3, and CH3, and CH3. Okay, here now we have to predict which one will be the major product. Okay, see here, it is given less bulkier base. When there is less bulkier base used in a E2 elimination reaction, there is ZJ product will be the major product. First, you have to remember, when there is less bulkier base is used in elimination reaction, there is more substituted product will be the major product, that is ZJ product will be the major product, and Hofmann product will be the minor product. What is Hofmann product? What is ZJ product? So you should know, and ZJ product is the less substituted, the more substituted alkene. Here the ZJ product is this one. ZJ product. This is your Hofmann product. Okay, and the base which is used is less bulkier. That's why the product which is formed, that is major product, is ZJ product. That means this one is or major product, and this is your side product. Okay, major product. Okay, done. Then we'll see the next question here. See the next question, question number 45. Assign RS configuration to each of the following molecule. This is your Fischer projection formula for the molecule, and this is your Weiss-Diaz molecule. And before assign RS configuration, you have to remember separate role for this one and separate role for this one. Okay, you have to determine the RS configuration for this new Fischer molecule and this Neumann molecule. Okay, not Neumann, this is your Weiss-Diaz molecule. Okay, and you have to remember 2-3 rule for this to predict the RS configuration both this molecule. You have to remember 2-3 rules for each Fischer molecule and Weiss-Diaz molecule. Okay, what is the rules for this RS configuration, to determine RS configuration for this Fischer, and what is the rule for this RS configuration of this Weiss-Diaz molecule? Okay, see here, in Fischer molecule there is two plane. This is your horizontal plane, this is a horizontal plane, and this is your vertical plane. Okay, if the lowest priority is in your vertical plane, that means here or here, if the lowest priority is in vertical plane, okay, if the rotation is clockwise, if the rotation is anti-clockwise, it is R configuration. If the rotation is clockwise, it is S configuration. That means reverse. If the arrow is clockwise direction, it is S configuration. If the arrow is anti-clockwise direction, it is R configuration. Okay. If the lowest priority is in vertical plane, that means here above, here or here, the rotation, the configuration of the molecule is like that. Means if the arrow is clockwise, it is R. If the arrow is anti-clockwise, it is S. Okay, you remember, you have to remember these things. Okay, let's predict the RS configuration of this feature, and you know the CIP rule for this RS configuration. Okay, you know this one is our first priority. This oxide will get first priority, and this aldehyde second, this is third, this is fourth. Okay, the arrow is like this. Okay, arrow is anti-clockwise direction, and fourth priority is in horizontal plane. Okay, and the arrow is anti-clockwise direction. The configuration will be R configuration. Here is but R configuration. Okay, because of the lowest priority is in horizontal plane. Okay, for feature it is done. Then we'll see the wedge dash RS configuration. Assign RS configuration for wedge dash molecule. Okay, let's see here. Here put the priority order according to CIP rule. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are seeing the fourth priority group is in already in one plane, and for West's RS configuration determination, the lowest priority group should be above or below. If it is in one plane, you have to interchange the two groups in two times. Okay, whatever group you will take, but you have to interchange the groups in two times. Whether you can change this one, and after that in the second step this one, and and it is necessary to take this lowest priority group to above the plane or below the plane. If it is lowest priority is above or below the plane, and you can easily determine the RS configuration for this wedge dash molecule. Okay, let's change two times. I have to change this fourth. This is your third. This is your fourth one. Okay, this is thick one is one, first priority and second priority, and interchange fourth and one. Okay, this is your 3, 2, and this is a thick line fourth, first. Okay, then you have to assign RS configuration. Okay, and for this wedge dash molecule, you have to remember two things. If the lowest priority is in below the plane, if the rotation is clockwise direction, it is S configuration. If the rotation is anti-clockwise direction, it is S. If the rotation is clockwise direction, it is R configuration. If the fourth priority is above the plane, okay, if the rotation is clockwise direction, it is S configuration. If the rotation is anti-clockwise direction, it is R configuration. Exactly reverse. Okay, okay, let's see what is the configuration for this wedge dash. Okay, see here 1, 2, 3, 4 R. Okay, it is R but S configuration. Okay, done. Thank you.